Okay, so I'm gonna put my hat back on. My hair looks weird. Um, I want to talk now about just ways that the Lyme marriage and everything can be understood. Um, had a Lyme marriage problem yesterday. The way that we've been dealing with it, my boyfriend and I, is he'll say stuff like, you know, are you sure you're not just like this? Are you sure it's really the Lyme disease? Like, I've never heard of Lyme disease causing that. And that's the whole problem. Like, there's not a lot of description of Lyme rage online. People will just say, like, I have Lyme rage, or I really get angry, or, but there's very little, like, going into the details of it. The details are very gory and messy, and sometimes in little case reports you'll see, like, yes, this person, had Lyme rage while driving, and they followed somebody like several miles to their house and beat them up once they got home. Um, that sort of thing, and homicides and suicides and just awful things happen. You can see reports of that, but what about the reports of, angry text messages and angry emails and, shrieking and I don't know if anybody else hits themselves. I hit my legs. I have a lot of bruises on my legs. Um, because I don't know, I just have to attack something. I'm not sure why it happens, but it happens. And I'm trying to use pillows instead. But anyway, I wish there were more out there about just what the details are like because, um, I guess my boyfriend doesn't really understand that a disease can cause this. And that's the really important thing to keep in, everybody needs to understand when somebody has a symptom like this, that it's not a property of me. It's not a thing about me as a person. Um, it's something happening to me, an external thing happening to me. Sure, it's being filtered through my own personality and all, but the thing to keep in mind is it could have been someone else. It didn't necessarily have to be me who had this, and anybody can get this, and if you know, we gave somebody else Lyme disease and all these crazy histamine and metals and whatever else, they probably act similarly. Um, it's weird that, you wouldn't say that, I think, certain symptoms you're not going to say are a characteristic of a person, but fatigue, I think, and also, emotional issues, I think sometimes get confused. People get confused and they think it's just a characteristic of the person that they're like that. It's like, oh, that person is just an angry person. And even if you know that it's a disease causing them to be like that, you just can't get over thinking it's just them because, of course, like people's behavior is who they are, right? Like, no, behavior is very, very malleable, very sensitive to the body. And if there's one thing that I've gotten really interested in and I care about now, it's just that connection of body health to mental health and emotional health. So because I've just noticed so many extreme instances of something wrong with my body affecting my brain function. And yeah, so I just want people to know that it's not something, not me. It's not that I'm just an angry person. For 23 years of my life, I had no anger problems. I was just pretty timid and nice person. So it's not a thing about me, and I can't wait till it's over. I can't wait to get out of this period, and it makes me cry when I think about it. Try not. People are always saying, just like imagine that you're better. That's too sad to do that. You just have to. My strategy is just to get used to the situation, and also and just think of it as normal. I know a lot of other people with this kind of a problem, and it's easier for me to just think it's just normal. Like most people have Lyme disease, right? Like most people are like this. A whole lot of people do have chronic illnesses, so um, it's not like we're due health. Like it's not like it's our due in life or anything. If you have it, be happy about it and try to keep it. But it's not like life owes me that. So I'm working on it. I guess I have to earn it for myself. Anyway, that's all. Uh, Please, the best way to deal with, somebody having Lyme rage is just to dissociate it from them and say, I'm sorry you have this symptom. Like, let's try to get you good treatment for the symptom. And also to focus on how it's just bad for everybody involved. It's not that the person with the rage is, being mean to the person, the other people. It's, more that it's just a really sad thing to happen to a person, and, be sorry for the people if this stuff happens to them. And it's very uncomfortable. It's a very awful experience when it happens to you. It's not like I'm just enjoying myself raging here and then, at other people's expense. No, I hate it. It's just terrible. It feels terrible in a kind of chemical and physical way, and it often coincides with a lot more pain. I think that it changes my chemicals in my body, and I start having more pain, and that just keeps it going. So, you know, it's not like I like it. It's, and other times people will look at me and they're like, well, you haven't fixed it yet. You must not care about fixing it. You must be fine with the situation. And, well, look at me. I'm pretty sick. I can barely cook for myself and make it to the grocery store. Like, is it surprising that I haven't, immediately fixed a complicated problem that is, not entirely obvious how to solve and involves, I don't know what it involves. I keep trying. And if there were a quick fix, I would take it. I just don't know what it is. And, um, yeah, I guess I need to detoxify more. That's one thing I'm not really doing. I guess, let's see what I can do. I keep, a lot of people would just want me to sedate myself very thoroughly, but I'm so sensitive to my body and brain that that's not a really good solution for me to use, you know, antipsychotics or weird stuff. And I haven't even had any doctors that have offered those to me. I would have probably tried a low dose if anybody had offered it, but nobody's been willing to prescribe it to me. So it's not that I'm not trying. I don't want them to be mad at me that I'm not trying. I'm just. It's funny because I'm prone to anger and I get pissed off at people when they don't understand about this symptom, but it kind of affects me in the rest of life too. You know, I'm sensitive to noise. The Salvation Army people were ringing their bells today. It's after Christmas. Why are they still doing this? Anyway, it's really loud. It stresses me. Sometimes it causes me digestive problems from the stress, and like right then and there, and just the burping thing, and and I just felt like I wanted to beat them up and like crush their testicles. That was the image I was getting. Not that I have any plans to do that, but yeah, just getting, very prone to anger, not just, with people that I know in my life, but just with people in general. Like in the store, some woman was blocking my way and I had to stand still and felt, that kind of orthostatic intolerance thing going on. I just wanted to like kick her. So it's kind of scary for me to go out in public when I feel like this. Um, you know, I guess maybe I should pre-medicate with some Relora or something. Relora is that thing they give people for stress, or it's a supplement, and it's pretty good at relieving stress, I guess. So maybe I'll try that before going out. But I think this is, you know, just part of the herxing on the bacillin, and maybe it's definitely gotten very severe since I started on bacillin. Maybe it will, maybe it'll taper off because I'm, getting to be a third of the way through the bacillin course of 16 weeks of bacillin. So, alright, I'm going to stop this video now. Goodbye.